Welcome back to Bookminder. In today's episode, how to choose the right bank or service for bill pay. We're talking about how you, as a dentist and a business owner, can pay bills smarter with less hassle, fewer clicks, and ideally no overdraft fees that make you bite your keyboard. Why bill pay even matters. If you are running a dental practice, bill pay is an everyday essential. Money comes in from insurance, reimbursements, and patient payments and flows out to labs, suppliers, utilities, and maybe your buddy who designed your website. But here's the thing, most dental offices treat bill pay like a chore. They've got one login for the bank, another for their credit card, a folder full of paper invoices, and an office manager who's halfway to retirement trying to remember the password to bill.com. And that's fine until it is not. Because inefficiency compounds, just like plaque. The goal of this episode to help you decide whether you should stick with a traditional bank or go modern with platforms like Ramp, Mercury, or Bill.com, and which combination gives you the best balance. They all have pluses and minuses. Let's start old school, traditional banks. You know, the ones your grandparents trust and your TikTok feed does not. Now, I'm just gonna say it. My preference among traditional banks is Chase. Here is why. Chase hooks into QuickBooks and most practice management systems pretty cleanly. As accountants, we get your Chase statements automatically in QBO, so that means we can reconcile your bank account a lot faster and don't have to bug you each month to please send us this new bank statement. Security. They've got that old money, FDIC insured. We've been around since the Civil War energy. So they also have bill pay built in. You can send payments directly from the online portal. It's not brilliant, but it works. They also have the automatic check scanner so that you don't have to develop a carpal tunnel syndrome or depositing checks via your phone. That said, there are downsides, as you can imagine. First, speed. A Chase transfer can take as long as it takes your hygienist to tell you about her or his weekend, which is to say it takes forever. Second, control. Traditional banks aren't built for delegated access. So if your office manager needs to pay vendors, you either give them your login, please do not, or go through a Byzantine process to set up sub-users. Thirdly, automation. Traditional banks do not play nice with modern workflows. If you want automated approvals, scheduled vendor payments, or spending controls, you're gonna have to duct tape some apps together and hope for the best. Chase can also be expensive. A local bank, for example, might be able to provide you with that check scanning machine for free. So, Chase is solid, it's safe, it's boring, like brushing your teeth twice a day. You should do it, but it's not the highlight of your morning. Now, let's talk about the cool kids on the intake block. Ramp, Mercury, and Bill.com. These are like the electric toothbrushes of banking. They spin faster, they connect to apps, and they make you wonder why you ever used a manual one. Let's break them down. Ramp, the all-in-one efficiency beast. If you have never tried Ramp, use the link below to get a $500 sign-on bonus. Ramp is like the Tesla of business banking. It's fast, automated, and will email you graphs before you even ask. It's also free. If you've got a practice that's growing fast, multiple locations, lots of card holders, maybe you're tired of reimbursements being a mess, Ramp is your friend. Key perks, automated receipt matching. Take a photo of your lunch receipt with your phone and Ramp links it to the transaction faster than you can say, Venmo me. Vendor management. You can approve payments, set limits, and even track spending categories. Also, let me make it clear. You can use Ramp just for paying bills, or as they call it, accounts payable. You don't have to get their full service and credit cards, although they can be quite useful. Downsides. No physical branch. So if you like walking into a bank and talking to a human, Ramp is not your vibe. There's a learning curve both to set up and to use. It's a tech platform. There are dashboards, settings, and notifications that will make your front desk staff's eyes glaze over if they are not tech savvy. Ramp is perfect for dentists who love data and delegation and don't mind spending an hour setting it up for a lifetime of smoother cash flow. Next up, Mercury. Mercury's tagline might as well be, "We're like a bank, but cooler." This one is perfect if you're a newer practice or a small group looking for sleek, no-fee banking that just works. Pros: no fees, none. It's like discovering your lab bill went down 10%. Super clean interface. You can do everything from your phone without feeling like you are using a 2009 banking portal. API and automation. If you're using accounting tools like QuickBooks Online or Gusto for payroll, Mercury syncs effortlessly. Cons: no cash deposits. If you still take patient cash payments, you will need a workaround. Support is all digital, no branch, no lobby, no free payments also. Mercury is kind of like Invisalign, but free, modern, transparent, and surprisingly effective, but maybe not for everyone. If you haven't tried Mercury before, please don't confuse it with other apps. There is a link again below. And finally, Bill.com. Bill.com has been around forever in fintech years, and it's still the backbone of many accounting workflows. It's the classic pay your vendors, get approvals, and sync with QuickBooks solution. The big win here: approval workflows, audit trail, integrations, QuickBooks, Zero, you name it, it syncs. But it's clunky. The interface feels like it was designed in the era of Windows Vista. It's also not free. Fees add up. Every payment costs something. ACH, check, vendor invite is like dead by 1,000 microtransactions. Still, if you've got a bookkeeping team or CPA managing your payables, Bill.com plays very nicely with accountants, which means fewer texts to your CPA asking, hey, did that lab get paid? All right, now let's get practical. How do you choose? Of course, it depends on you and your workflow. So here is my honest take. If you're a solo dentist with a single location, keep it simple. Use a traditional bank for your main banking needs, and maybe ramp.com if your CPA also pays your bills or at least can help you set it up. If you're a multi-location practice or plan to grow, go modern. Use Ramp for spend management, corporate cards, and automation, and Mercury as your main banking hub. You don't have to use their cards, but they have very useful features such as virtual cards. You can create them easily and as many as you need. Why is that useful? You know that service that you wanted to subscribe but you were uncertain about, that you wanted to continue after the first month or the trial period ends? You can easily create a virtual card for each subscription and even set an expiration date on it. That's it. It's easy. After the card expires, they can charge you any more. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the two most frequent questions I see dental practices ask. If you need to issue a check immediately and hand deliver it to someone for some reason, none of the above solutions will help you with that. You have to either write the check by hand with a pen or use QuickBooks check printing solution. Now, about mixing business and personal, please, I beg you, stop paying the office supply bill from your personal Amex card. The IRS has no sense of humor about that. That's it for today. Just remember, bill pay isn't about paying bills, it's about buying back your time. The less time you spend clicking through banking portals, the more time you can spend with patients, improving your margins, or finally taking that vacation. And if this is not the case, and you spend too much time doing it, or you still have questions, leave a comment or send us an email. Bye.